Welcome to the session 59. In this session, we discuss about various trading blocks including European Union, OPEC and OECD countries and their objectives. The main learning objective of this study is to learning European Union, OPEC and OECD countries and their roles and objectives and achievements. After studying this session, the students will be able to understand the various trading blocks including European Union, OPEC and OECD countries and their objectives, roles and achievements clearly. First, we move to the European Union. The European Union is a group of eight group of 28 countries that operates as a cohesive economic and political bloc. 19 of the countries use the euro as their official currency. Among this European Union of group of 28 countries, totally 19 countries use the euro as their official currency. That is a good coordination of EUs. Objectives of European Union. To achieve, first objective is to achieve sustainable economic growth and an increase in the income of citizens based on diversified economy. Next objective is technological modernization and innovative development, multilateral cooperation in nuclear energy, aircraft engineering, space exploitation, energy efficiency, and alternative energy matters. Information telecommunications and new medical technologicals and development of drugs. Next, increase the agricultural production growth, promote cooperation in agricultural technology and development and exchange. Last objective is to processing of mineral resources. These are all the various objectives of European Union, including to achieve sustainable economic growth and an increase in the income of citizens based on diversified economy and technological modernization and innovative development, multilateral cooperation in nuclear energy, aircraft engineering, space exploration, energy efficiency, and alternative energy. The next objective is to increase the efficiency of information, telecommunications, and new medical technologies and development of drugs, increasing the progress of processing of mineral resources. And lastly, the agricultural production growth, promote cooperation in agricultural technology, development, and exchange. These are all the various objectives of European Union. Next, we discuss the various goals of European Union. The goals of the European Union are included to promote peace, its values, and the well being of its citizens, offer freedom, security, and justice without internal borders. Next is sustainable development based on balanced economic growth and price stability. A highly competitive market economy with full employment and a social progress and environmental protection with sustainable development based on balanced economic growth, combat social exclusion and discrimination, promote scientific and technological progress, enhance economic, social, and territorial cohesion, cohesion and solidarity among European Union countries. Respects, respect its rich cultural and linguistic diversity. Establish an economic and monetary union whose currency is the euro. These are all the various goals of European Union. Next, we discuss about the various values of European Union. The European Union values are common to the European Union countries in a society in which inclusion, tolerance, justice, solidarity, and non-discrimination prevail. These values are an integral part of European Union of the ways of life. First is human dignity. Human dignity is unavoidable. It must be respected, protected, and this human dignity is in respected, protected, and constitute the real basis of fundamental rights. Next is freedom. Freedom of movement gives citizens the right to move and reside freely within the Union. Individual freedoms such as respect for private life, freedom of thought, religion, assembly, expression, and information are protected by the European Union Charter of Fundamental Rights. Democracy. The functioning of the EU is founded on representative democracy. Being a European citizen also means enjoying political rights. Every adult of EU citizen has the right to stand as a candidate and to vote in elections to the European Parliament. EU citizens have the right to stand as a candidate and to vote in their country of residence or in their country of origin. Next value is equality. Equality is about equal rights for all citizens before the law. The principle of equality between women and men underpins all European policies and it is the basis for European integration. It applies in all areas. The principle of equal pay for equal work became part of the Treaty of Rome in 1957. Although inequalities still exist, the European Union has made significant progress in this matter of equality. Rule of law. The European Union is based on the rule of law. Everything the EU does is founded on treaties voluntarily and democratically agreed by its EU countries. Law and justice are upheld by an independent judiciary. The European Union countries gave final jurisdiction to the European Court of Justice, which judgments have to be respected by all. The last value is human rights. Human rights are protected by the European Union Charter of Fundamental Rights. This covers the rights to be free from discrimination on the basis of sex, racial, or ethnic origin, religion or belief, disability, age or gender orientation, the right to the protection of personal data, and or the right to get access to justice. These are all the human rights of European Union which are valued. These are all the values of European Union including human dignity, freedom, democracy, equality, rule of law and human rights. These are all the scope areas in European Union. Next we move to the OPEC, OPEC. The term Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, OPEC, refers to a group of 13 of the world's major oil exporting nations. OPEC was founded in 1960 to coordinate the petroleum policies of its members and to provide member states with technical and economic aid. OPEC is a cartel that aims to manage the supply of oil in an effort to set the price of oil on the world market in order to avoid fluctuations that might affect the economies of both producing and purchasing countries. Countries that belong to OPEC include Iran, Iraq, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, and Venezuela, the five founders, plus the United Arab Emirates, Libya, Algeria, Nigeria, and four other countries included in OPEC, totally 13 countries. The key takeaways of OPEC include the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries is a cartel consisting of 13 of the world's major oil exporting nations. The OPEC aims to regulate the supply of oil in order to set the prices on the world market. The arrival of fracking technology for natural gas in the US has reduced OPEC's ability to control the world market. The organization was established in 1960 by its founding members Iran, Iraq, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, and Venezuela. while OPEC does not ensure that there is a steady supply of oil in the global market, it has come under fire for holding considerable power in the industry, which allows it to keep prices as high as possible. So, the OPEC main objective is to coordinate and unify petroleum policies among member countries in order to secure fair and stable prices for petroleum producers, an efficient economic and regular supply of petroleum to consuming nations, and a fair return on capital to those investing in industry. These are all the OPEC objectives. With these key takeaways of OPEC. Next is OECD, or Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. The organization is structured in three tiers, that is, the Council, the Secretariat, and committees. Here, the OECD main purpose organization OECD main purpose of the OECD is to improve the global economy and promote world trade. This Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development is an international organization that promotes policy coordination and development, is an international organization that promotes policy coordination and economic freedom among developed nations. The OECD was derived from the Organization for European Economic Cooperation, that is OEEC, that was established in 1974 to monitor American and Canadian contributions under the Marshall Plan. Objectives of OECD. The main purpose of the OECD is to improve the global economy and promote world trade. It provides an outlet for the governments of different countries to work together to find solutions to common problems. It includes working with democratic nations that share a commitment to improving the economy and well being of the general population. The OECD's main focus is to help governments around the world achieve the following. First one is to improve confidence in markets and the institutions that help them function effectively. Obtain healthy public finances to achieve future sustainable economic growth. Next is achieve growth through innovation, environmentally friendly strategies, and the sustainability of the developing economies. Provide resources for people to develop the skills they need to be productive. These are all the various objectives of OECD. Next, we move to the OECD structure, organization structure of OECD. The organization is structured in three tiers, that is, the council, the secretariat, and the committees. First one is the council. The council consists of ambassadors from the member nations. They exercise authority over decision making and establishing goals for the organization. They are in charge of the strategic direction of the OECD. Next is the Secretariat. The second tier is the Secretary General, the Deputy, and the Directorates. The current OECD Secretary General is Jose Angel Gurria, a Mexican economist and diplomat. The Secretariat lists 2,500 members and includes economists, scientists, and lawyers who are in charge of the collection of data and research and analysis. The Council and the Secretary Generals oversees the work of the Secretariat. This is the second tier of secretariat. Next is the third tier, that is the committees. The third tier is the committees, which includes representatives from different members nations that meet to discuss environment, education, trade, and investments. These are all the organization structure, including three committees of OECD. Next is functions of OECD. First is first function. The OECD uses the following functions. First is peer reviews. They are the processes where individual member countries' performance is supervised by other members of the OECD. It is the core function of the organization and helps them create more effective policies. It can also help governments gain support for implementation of difficult policies in their home country. An example of a peer review is when the UK was told to keep foreign aid at a commendable of 0.7% level. It was done to ensure that the extra money is spent in the most efficient way that is possible. Standards and recommendation. The second function in this OECD is to provide standards and recommendations. At the committee level, member countries of OECD discuss general policies and rules for international cooperation. They are formal agreements on issues such as exports, imports, investments, and combating bribery. They also set the standards that all countries need to follow regarding the tax system and treaties and provide recommendations on environmental practices and corporate regulations. Next is function of publication. Publications function includes the OECD publishes articles on economic outlooks, statistics, and a general overview. The first includes these publications include OECD Economic Outlook, which provides a forecast for member and non-member nations. OECD Fact Book serves as a guidebook for economics and that are implementing new policies. Going for growth is a comparison of countries based on national performance. The peer review standards and agreements and publications help the OECD achieve economic growth for nations while also provide a base for the implementation of future policies. These are all the information regarding European Union and OPEC and OECD.